Hi, I wanted to talk to you about the July 7th issue of Business Today. As always, it's a pleasure to tell you about some of the really good stories that we've been running in this fortnight's edition. To begin with, as you can see from the cover, we have a large package on Star India. Television has always been one of the biggest social drivers in India, social marketing and consumption drivers in India. And funnily enough, I discovered while I was meeting Uday Shankar, who's the CEO of Star India, over two very long conversations, he told Business Today that the majority of the television audience in India is focused among women, and they like soaps and serials and general entertainment. It turns out that there is a need to get to more of a male audience, and men seem to prefer sports and movies. And I think what you're going to find in this story is how Star India made a big bet and decided to go in for sports television in a big way. In India, it's centered very much on cricket, and as Uday told Business Today, we seem to have live sports only when 11 Indians play with 11 players from some other country. So it's only international cricket that is played live on TV in India. Everything else is archived. We don't have enough of local sports. We don't have anything except cricket. We could be doing more of sports like hockey, even kabaddi, for example. But the possibilities are endless. And the other interesting insight that I got was, watching sports is almost like a vicarious way of playing the sport yourself. So it's very interesting because as the audience grows, sports awareness grows, and hopefully we will get more people taking part in sports in this country and maybe start to produce a few more medalists in international competition. It's an amazing story about Uday Shankar's rise to the top of the entertainment and sports television heap in India. We also have a couple of other very good packages in this issue. One is our annual special on innovation, and innovation has always been a subject dear to Business Today's heart. We have 9 examples of Indian innovations that have started to become very popular globally. They range from the Purette water purifiers made by Hindustan Unilever to Oro Labs making intraocular devices that are becoming very popular. Thama making compressors and other things for hot and cold compressors for sprains and that kind of damage. Although India figures very low on the global scale of patents filed for new inventions, innovations are something that are happening every day in this country, and we come up with some amazing products across the range, and we've discovered quite a few of them in this issue. Finally, we have a good investigation of the story of Anil Ambani's ultra mega power project in Sasan in Madhya Pradesh and the problems that it has been running into. And then we also have the interesting story of Narayana Murthy coming back to Infosys, which was announced on the 1st of June. By the way, I need to remind you here that way back in our February 17th issue, Business Today was the only magazine or newspaper anywhere in this country that correctly predicted that Murthy would be back. Our cover at that time said, "Missing Murthy." Now, not just that, he's now broken another mold by asking his son Rohan to join him, and that breaks a cardinal rule in Infosys where the 7 founders, said from the beginning that none of their family, none of their relatives would ever come into senior positions in the company. But Rohan, who's a technology nerd and an expert on spectrum and so on out of Harvard and MIT and so on, is now going to be joining his father as an executive assistant. It's going to be an interesting story ahead for the next 2 or 3 years. So, my goodness, there's lots of stuff to read in this issue. So if you haven't bought it or haven't looked at it on our website, that's businesstoday.in, I suggest you get to it very quickly. Thanks.